My fault. Don't make that the only episode of Black Love Wins, Black Love Conquers.
Oh, Black Love Divorce.
Yeah. God first, but the fam go after. They fill it up with love and laughter. Sunday morning, listening to the pastor. Mama gave look like you better not act up. When the fam slide through, better back up. Day one, real one. That's what loyalty when you come around here. One God, one fam, no fear. Journey from the fam, you don't get to choose. God in the middle, so I cannot lose. Blood is blood, so you just make do. Ain't nobody ever touch me in the crew. Party over here, man, we been having juice. Family don't die, oh me, oh my. Sometimes sick of them, glad they oh my. Brag on them cradles, the greatest of all time. Brag on them liar Roscoe's where it's at. Round these parts, don't nobody walk alone. Play your part, ain't nobody on their own. Family affair, gotta put down the phone. Thanksgiving come with a mac and cheese. Sis cooked up, got me feeding to please. Mama like, boy, you better make A's and B's. Them grades, no C's, Dad save me please. That nonchalant just plays it cool. Radio turn with the old school. They asked me to pray over the food.
Welcome to the first episode of DMV FFOS. It stands for
First Family of Style.
You want to say DMV first?
Is that what it's not for?
Dang, you didn't know?
I really thought it was
Ma'am, we've been here for a while now.
Anyway, you all, thank you for tuning in to the DMV First Family of Style. As you know, I am Tawanda, the mother.
I'm Mike, and I ain't really this short for real.
Yes, he is.
It's the chair that got me in.
Okay. Don't blame it on the chair. Who are you, young lady?
The favorite, Tone.
Whose favorite?
This is the one and only Project MC. The
Boy,
son.
you just my genre today. Ain't no Project MC.
Project MC at all times. You know what I mean?
I named you my genre.
I named the project.
So,
I named him my genre.
yeah, because his name should have been Trey Young. Trey Young. Tadanya, Tone, Trey Young. Mike won.
Yeah.
It's not too many T's.
It's
Anyway,
too many T's.
why are we going to get into this right now on our first episode?
This is our family. This is how we do.
Your name should have been Trey Young.
Nah, it was
I
supposed to
would have
be.
made fun of him.
Why?
Alright, Toenail.
He wouldn't have liked it.
Anyway, welcome to our first episode. On this show, you'll get an insight of who we are. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk real talk, the ups and downs in this family. If you know us, you know that we're always together when we're out. Very rarely do you see us not together. Especially us three, because sometimes she get in her mood and she don't want to hang out with us. But usually
Bipolar.
you'll see us three together. But you always see a lot of pictures of all of us because we support each other no matter what we doing. If you have a show, if she got something going on. The oldest one is not here. As usual, she's supposed to have been here.
Look,
But
she at work.
oh, she at work today?
Yeah, she had to work today.
Oh, okay. Well, she's at work today, so she told us. Okay, but she wasn't at work when she went to the football game this morning.
Nah, she was at a football game.
Let's have the grandkids here next.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm not coming with here.
What?
So, how are you all doing today?
Blessed and highly favored.
Are you went to church today?
I don't gotta go to church.
No, I'm just asking, did you go to church?
No, I didn't go to church.
Why not? Why you stop going to church?
Oh, that's the first topic?
I'm a sinner.
No, I ain't going. Don't you eat that. Don't you eat off that table.
He's gonna eat it.
Yeah, I'm about to eat it. Yeah, of course somebody yesterday ate off the floor. I'm talking about 5-minute rule.
5 minutes.
We just walked past this rug. That ain't no 5-minute rule. That's just nasty. But anyway,
5-second rule.
5 seconds, whatever. So you want to talk about church, or you want me to skip past that?
You know Mark going to church?
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
When I was younger, I know, we used to be talking about this.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? When we was younger, you would come in the room, y'all going to church. Y'all don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, we don't want to. What if God will put like bless you?
You know what I'm saying?
We used to hate getting up to go to church.
Why?
Because it's too early and just so long.
Yeah.
Don't say born.
No, not boring, but just boring long.
Then you go to 2 services too. You don't just go to 1 service.
Then we be hungry.
Why do you always have to add yourself in it? Like I was just having this conversation with her, but no. Oh, look at us. But look, I do ask you if you're going to church because most Saturday nights we're out late because you have a show or something. So I do ask you.
You do. He don't.
What'd he say?
Chad, get up. I'm going to time to go to church.
Yeah.
Sleep.
That's why when I was young, there was no options. If you was in the house and mom and pop was going to church, you was going to church. No options.
I understand that, but I also believe in allowing the kids to express themselves.
Yeah, when you get old and out the house, then you can stop going.
You express yourself when you paying your own rent for your own place.
Woo!
Excuse me.
That's when you express yourself.
But not allowing the child to express himself can hinder the relationship between the child and the parent.
I feel like
I don't think he's saying. I think he's saying when you were young, and if we going to church, everybody in the house go to church.
But it was forced though.
It wasn't
It
forced.
wasn't forced.
Yeah,
You just
wasn't-
told to go.
But look at you now. Stop going. Look at you.
No, I mean,
Huh?
I could get back in there, but I don't. But I mean, that doesn't stop me from doing right.
Oh, no, I'm not-
Every day, I talk to God. But I don't,
That's all. Is
Honestly,
having
I
that
don't-
relationship
yeah,
with God.
I
That's the
really
only
like
thing that
it.
matters. You know, to be honest, it's not that I'm getting away from church. God has been talking to me, and today I even told you in church that was confirmation. I think I want to go away from the traditional church. I want to do a Kanye, like really, real talk.
Yeah, we
I
all
think
wanna be
church.
Kanye.
No, I said do a Kanye.
Don't be fine.
I think church has become so much of a business that you can go in church, you can go to church and you have plans on going somewhere after. It could be shopping, it could be taking the family out to dinner. Joe, you'll come out of church broke. And it's not so much as just tithes and offering, it's just so many other little things. And then the fact, the more you give to me in certain churches, the more you give, the more your name become clout, where you can almost do what you want. I just want a place like I had posted not long ago on Facebook, where I just want a place where we can come worship together, we can praise God, we can read the Bible, we can learn about the Bible. It ain't no big yeah, I want just a small. Go ahead, you about to say something.
Okay. You want to talk about food?
Yeah, that's rude. What do you think about that? Where we giving God what's due Him, the 10%. Whether we're renting a space or whatever, we're paying our tithes, and if we're not renting a space, that 10% can go towards some type of organization, something like that. But I think I'm getting away from the traditional church. I love, going to church. I love hearing the choirs, but I'm finding out, certain things that certain pastors say, and I'm like, that's not in the Bible. Even today I had a problem, and I know some of you all probably watching. I had a problem with what was said from a pastor today in church. And then when the lady said that scripture, that's not scripture. No, that's not in the Bible. So that's where I'm headed. And today it's like I got my confirmation, but I'm waiting on God. I just want to praise and worship God and fellowship with others.
Okay, well, can I ask you this?
You can ask me anything you want after
okay.
20 years.
You had said you don't, after your tithes, that should be it, right? You shouldn't pay anything
Tithes
else.
and offerings. You can give, but I
You ain't say
think
offering.
I did.
No, you
Then I
didn't.
said, sir,
No.
You can rewind it back later.
Oh,
yeah.
you said it was tithes.
I know I said tithes. Oh,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay, but what if you had a church?
I didn't say I wanted a church.
What if there was a church and everybody wasn't tithing and everybody wasn't offering? Answer me this. How are the lights supposed to stay on? How is the air supposed to stay on? How is the water supposed to keep running? How is y'all Wi-Fi supposed to stay on?
Not mine. But listen what I'm saying. I think a
Ain't
real
none of that
church.
stuff free.
No, it's not free. But I think if a church is doing right by the word of God, and if a church has people that's
The church
listen,
is
let
the
me
people.
talk.
Right.
If a church has people that's there and they're tithing,
That's
and
if.
no, the
That's
majority,
if.
no. I think when
That's
it comes to all the extra stuff,
What's
that's
extra stuff you keep talking about?
I think when a church has they're passing the offering plate more than 6 times in one service, if that ain't excessive, then you tell me what it is. I don't think that I should have to give to this, give to this, give to the first lady's birthday, give to the first lady's son's birthday, give to the people that's going to school, give to the first lady family. Like, it's just so much. And I'm saying that because church is now ran like a business instead of church. Church should be a place where, let me come and pay my tithes and offering. And for real talk, it's like a person that has one job. And if you live within your means, that one job, if you're making good money, should be enough. But when you have a pastor, and I'm not putting it on anybody, any particular pastor, but if you have a pastor that has $400-500 shoes and bragging about certain things, then don't ask me that's giving my tithes and I'll give one offering. Don't ask me to, okay, well, Pastor got a birthday coming up, Pastor got this, Pastor that, and I understand the Bible. I know, a prophet's reward and all that, but what I'm saying is a lot of churches, especially in the black community, they're taking from the poor to get themselves rich. Real talk. You got a lot of churches that have Section 8 and, low-income people in their churches, and they constantly keep doing this. So people get to the point where I'd rather stay home because I need this money for
Doing what?
They're constantly asking for something. There's a constant, I ain't gonna say dry begging. A lot of churches are constantly asking for something beyond the tithes and offering. Do you all agree?
Have you ever thought that, big congregation, only 1/3 of them is tithing. 1/3 of them tithing won't keep the water running.
But why is it?
Won't keep the air on. Won't keep the lights on. So what is he supposed to do?
Why would you say he? It's not.
What is he or she supposed to do to keep the church doors open?
This is my opinion. I just think that
outside church under a tent.
That's fine too. To me, it just amazes me.
We're not complaining about the heat.
No, ain't no complaining.
It's too hot.
To me,
it's too cold.
To me, it
raining.
seems like
It's
the
snow.
smaller the church is. We went to a church recently, and it was maybe 30 people in there, maybe 30, and they were able to bless you real good. They did one offering, and they had maybe like 50 bags of book bags and things to give to the kids who was only about 6 of them in there.
Okay,
So I think sometimes it seems like the smaller the church is, the less they ask. The bigger the church is, the more they keep passing the plate. That's just my opinion.
I think.
And it was also another small church that you and I went to, and the pastor asked for an offering, then he came back and asked for another offering. A small church, that's like you said.
Yeah, he was, to me, in my opinion, what I got from that, when he asked that, then he announced him and his wife about to go on a trip. I really assumed that second offering was for his church. I ain't spit my fault. Yeah. But I don't know. I just think I'm going away with the traditional churches. What do you all think?
I agree with everything that you said.
Are you even paying attention?
Somebody just asked me if I'm a man, so
don't worry about. No.
I definitely agree with you. The smaller the church, the better the community in the church is, and the less that you have to.
Whatever she said. What's your opinion, son?
I think that both sides hold some weight. I think you do have smaller churches that don't ask for a lot of money. And then again, when it's a smaller church, it's not that much you have to worry about.
What you mean? They still got electric, gas, and
They do,
water and
but
air
you-
conditioning. Like it's nothing
But their
changed.
bill is not as high as
Right.
a building that's
So big.
A
So
big church.
That's why I also understand what you were saying, because the bigger the church, the higher
yeah.
The more it costs to keep it running.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm just saying I'm
But I do
leaning
think
towards.
some try to, a lot of churches try to rob pretty much the congregation of all their money. I do think you do have greedy pastors who have super ultra mega churches, and then
Yeah.
the way you're keeping up yourself, your congregation should reflect it. So if you coming in all these fine suits and great cars and whatnot, but your congregation Section 80 and their income is
Section who? You can tell you ain't been around none. Section who?
I'm thinking of Kendrick Lamar tape. Shout out K-Dot. But yeah, their congregation is pretty much poor by society means. It shouldn't be like that. Your congregation should reflect you and vice versa. So I do think things both sides. So wait,
Okay.
Well, I
okay.
also
We're not gonna
feel-
stay on this topic
No,
because
no,
you're
no,
gonna
no,
keep
no.
your
This
wasn't even on
opinion.
the dock.
Well, I also
I know,
feel
right?
once you give your tithe and offering to the church, that's where your thought ends.
Right.
See what I'm saying? If the pastor does anything wrong with the money, it's on him.
No. I didn't say nothing about. I'm saying give your tithes and offering. I don't have a problem with giving with tithes and offering. No.
But you mentioned about the fly shoes and the fly
I
clothes
said
and
after
everything.
the tithes and offering, it should stop. Then when all these other
But what if the tithes and offering ain't enough to cover all the bills in the church? Then what?
Then they need to check that treasurer.
No. What if the congregation ain't giving like you may think they are?
Why are we saying
Then
on
what?
this? My point in
All right,
bringing
change
it
the
up,
subject then.
because
Change
I'm
the
tired of
subject.
him saying ain't. My
All right,
point of him
change the subject.
me bringing it up is that I think I'm going away from the traditional church. I just want to come together and worship God in purity.
I
with
think everybody do.
Where it's
But
so
there's a need.
You're right. There's always going to be a need. There's a need for you to keep eating the popcorns while right there gone.
It was us.
So we're going to change the topic a little
Yeah,
bit because that's
talk
what
about
we
something
do. Because we're not going to see eye to eye no matter what. Because
You ain't.
no, we ain't going to see. He'll be still going and I'll be starting my thing. And a lot of what we're noticing in churches that husband and wives don't come to church together no more. You always see the wife, you never really see the husband. So that might have to be a part that they see the husband and never see the wife anymore. So who knows?
Let's talk about something else.
There you go, trying to regulate. So what's on your mind today, Project MC?
Oh, you skipped me.
I know. Go ahead. We're coming to you.
What I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird way to do it.
Would you speak?
I'm speaking now.
Our family.
I guess if you don't want me to get into a
You get
serious
in whatever
topic.
you want. We all decided that. Let's talk about what you want to talk about.
Okay. There was something else I had in my other docket. So with marijuana now being legalized in many different parts,
You're not telling me you want to stop smoking, are you?
relax.
Okay.
No, relax.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
getting to a point.
In the career.
Relax, I'm getting to a point.
Yo,
With marijuana now being legalized in many different places, you have some criminal cases of people who are still in jail for selling marijuana prior. Do you think they should still be in jail or should they be released?
That's why marijuana's not a drug. But
Marijuana is a drug. Especially the marijuana that's out here now.
It's not marijuana.
It's not.
It's not.
What is?
It's junk.
It's junk.
Marijuana
Because
is a plant.
It's a plant.
okay, but listen,
ain't no damn
but
plant.
whatever
actual
whatever
marijuana
they're
is a
out
plant.
here
What they're
smoking
isn't
now,
marijuana.
that's not that's right.
the problem.
That's what
Marijuana
I'm
itself is a
saying.
plant.
Yeah, so when people say they're legalizing it, it should be where it's not what's out here now. It should be back
No, it's,
to
it's actual marijuana that you can be prescribed at, say, a doctor's office. That's
Right.
the kind of marijuana that's being legalized. What they're smoking was making
It's
them go
not.
crazy.
Right.
That's not marijuana. It's laced marijuana with other things in it.
well, whatever
That's
it
what I'm
is.
referring to.
So what was your question? Should the ones
People
that
who have been arrested, primarily African Americans, who've been arrested for having cases of marijuana, whether how many amount of grams they had on them, should they be released with them now legalizing marijuana in so many different places, or do you think they should not be released?
well, it depends. Well, no, I think I think they should be released. Only why? Because marijuana, like you said, depends on how much it was. It used to be a misdemeanor. So if it was something where it became a felony, yeah, let them go now, especially if they've been doing good in jail. Like I will, as an ex-police officer, that, I can say a lot of things now that I'm not, part of it. But a lot of marijuana cases that I had, and me and my partner, or, if I pull up on you, you got marijuana, you talking, hey, you very respectful to me, especially if it's on my Friday, what we would call the next 2 days of my days off. Don't let me see you do it again, go. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't one of them petty ones. But yeah, I think they should get out. I think they letting some of the murderers out now. And so yeah, I think those cases should be dropped. But do I agree with marijuana being legal? No. Why?
Have you ever really seen someone do crazy things off of marijuana?
Just pure marijuana?
Mm-hmm.
I think I have. And let me tell you why. I had family members that wasn't drinkers back in the 80s and 90s. They weren't drinkers, but they would just smoke marijuana. And then because that need for the need to get high, it escalated into other things for whatever reason. So to me, I don't want to be around nobody.
But that was their preference to go to another level of high.
I think that marijuana no longer did it for them. But go ahead.
Yeah, I personally don't think marijuana harms anything or anyone. Now, if you go to another level of a different type of drug, then yeah, that's on you. That's on what you do.
So why do we see so many people doing crazy things that's high off marijuana?
Because they're not smoking marijuana.
But who's to say when you go and buy it or have people get it that you'll have pure
That's the
marijuana?
chance you take.
Right, and so that's why when they do crazy things, I think they should be locked up for it because that's a chance
totally
that you
agree.
took when you put it to your.
I totally agree.
But you can't base that off of, that's marijuana. That person's high or sit in the car because they're on marijuana.
I just don't. I'm not for. It's already legal. It only became legal because more of the Caucasians started coming out in reference to it. That's why they legalized it,
so.
because blacks were making more money from it. So now why? You okay? Okay.
I just feel short right
me
now, that's
personally, you are short. Damn it, you're short. You're short. You're a short man. But I don't think it should be legalized. I don't want to be around it. I had somebody get offended because they came to church and they was like, hey, and I said, and I didn't hug them. I think if marijuana shouldn't smell the way, I shouldn't smell marijuana through your car with your windows up.
That's not marijuana.
Well, whatever it is they shouldn't be smoking it. Okay. Go ahead. What's your opinion?
I think if you selling marijuana by large amounts and you get caught, yes, you should go to jail.
Yeah, but he was saying those that's already in jail, should they come out? Yeah, I agree.
Should they come out?
Because it's legalized now, but why?
Depends on the situation when you got caught with.
See, a scenario where you wouldn't release them.
Like if you got pulled over.
Like say, if you got caught dealing pounds, no, you shouldn't come out.
I see what it's saying.
But if you got
so
caught
you like a
with,
drug lord with it, you like a drug lord.
But you should still be in jail, Mike, if it was a misdemeanor. So they had to have been dealing pounds if they're still in jail.
But it's either right or wrong, right?
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is marijuana used to be a misdemeanor. So they had to have been dealing pounds if they're still locked up to this day.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Okay. Well, yeah, it depends. I just don't think it should be legalized, but it is. I don't want to be around nobody that smoke. I don't want to smell the stuff.
So
I don't think people that have certain jobs should be able to smoke before they go to work or doing work or whatever. Go ahead.
So do you think marijuana is worse than liquor?
I think all of it's bad. I don't drink, so I think all of it's bad. But I think it has its effect.
You trying to say liquor?
Yeah, she's trying to make it.
I was like, I don't know what that is.
All depends on how much you consume of it.
I think all drunk drivers that cause an accident, whether somebody died or not, should do big time. I think people that get high and commit crimes, whether it's marijuana.
This is what I'm saying.
Uh-oh.
saying.
Go ahead.
Me personally, I don't feel like marijuana harms anyone. Second, liquor does way more to a person's body and their brain and does way more damage.
But that's
listen
I'm
to
listening.
what I'm saying. So if someone was out here selling liquor, which causes way more harm than marijuana, and someone overdoses on legal drinks or whatever, do you see where I'm going at?
No, because that's like saying if I steal from Macy's or if I steal.
No, I'm saying the different effects.
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
Interject.
Interject.
So here's the thing.
Can you what?
Interject.
Go ahead.
Interject.
You actually interrupt me. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's why I'm interrupt. Consuming too much of anything does start to cause problems.
Yeah.
So when you start to I know there's people there who will smoke literally every day. As soon as they wake up, they have to 5 to 6, 7 times a day. They'll do that. But you have things like cigarettes, which are perfectly legal and do much more damage to the body than weed.
You're right, but my point is that like I don't want to be around somebody that smokes cigarettes. Yesterday, a guy was behind us. He kept lighting up. I kept moving. I actually watched him light up about 5 times in like a 10-minute thing, and I'm like,
5, 6, and
did he? We was at an outdoor concert, and I'm like,
wild.
yeah. So I don't want to be around any of them.
Chain smoker.
Yeah, he was like standing up there just smoking. But the same token, I look at people that I seen smoke weed. And they look so dried out.
because they overconsume.
Yeah,
do
so
everything in moderation.
Because there are weed smokers that look like me.
are
know
you a
what I'm
weed
saying?
smoker? No, I don't want to know that.
One of my
I don't wanna
coaches,
know.
Weed smokers
Who's your
that
coach?
Look up the part.
Your coach?
B&B coach, one of them. You would
Yeah,
never know, would it?
one of them look like he smoked weed. Yeah. No, we ain't calling no name. One of them look like. I think people that smoke weed every day or a lot, they have a certain look to themselves. Just like I can tell a wine, yes it is. I can tell the person that drink all the time, or especially wine, they start getting that wine look around their mouth. I can,
Same with cigarettes.
You talking about someone that consumes too much of it.
Too much
Talking
yeah,
about
with too much of anything. That's like we're gonna tell somebody to consume too much food.
No, not necessarily. I consume a lot of food.
Eventually,
Yes, you do. And 2 minutes later, you get rid of it.
yes, like what you just did in this bathroom.
Listen, that's great.
I just think I'm not for weed, but that's just me. I'm not for shacking. You know, I'm not judging, but so it's a lot of things. No, I'm just saying it's a lot of things that I'm not for. Because I don't think it's just
Very
not
judgmental
me.
in the eyes.
But you know, I'm saying it's just
Yeah,
me.
that's
I'm not, and I love all my homosexual friends and stuff, but I'm not for gay marriage. So it's a lot that I'm not. Maybe
A
I'm
lot of
just,
views.
yeah, I'm not for it.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, but see,
But me thinking of like humans, I feel like everyone should be with who they want to be.
yeah, and I agree. That's why I said I don't judge, but I'm not for it. I accept it and I'm cool with
Why
them.
not animals?
But animals, what?
Animal. I said except for animals.
Animals can't be with who they want to be with.
No, I'm saying like.
Why not?
No, I'm being
Talking about
stupid.
bestiality.
I'm saying human being with the animals.
Bestiality.
Oh yeah, no, people do that over in Korean,
No,
with
they
different
do that
places.
in America.
You go to
Yeah.
college.
But
Who stayed?
getting back to
well.
marijuana, to each his own. You know, they told me I had glaucoma in my eye, right? So somebody said smoke some weed. Well, I don't want to smoke no dang weed. I don't smoke.
I have a question. So if the doctor prescribed you some marijuana, would you take it? If he said this for 100% and
I'm getting it straight from him, and that.
yes, would you take
Yeah,
it?
we're not going to
Or
treat it.
I have so what's that actress name?
I probably. I
The one
don't.
that's from here.
So you don't want to
The
get medicine.
Her mother-
You don't want to be
her
healthy.
mother takes-
Of course, I want my eye healthy,
She
but I don't know
she
if I.
Her mother takes marijuana. Her
Okay.
older mother.
Okay.
She wrote it up for her, or she consumed it in like a.
I don't want to be sitting up there.
No, but listen to what I'm saying.
Okay,
though.
go ahead.
If your doctor said, Miss Cradle, I'm gonna prescribe you some sativa.
That's what it's
That's
called.
one of the names.
Ooh, you so educated
And,
on that. Go ahead.
Listen.
Hold up, you still up on the outplane. Kaz's not giving you that.
I just asked you how you
Go ahead,
doing.
hold up, because you ain't been paying your copay. We're going to talk about that
Listen, yes, I
150
did.
too. No, you still owe. But go ahead.
Okay.
We get
would
the
you
bill.
take? Can I talk?
Yes.
Would you take it? I think you would.
You have no choice. You want to be healed.
I don't. Is that my only choice?
That's your only choice.
Well, right now they're giving
And
me
you
eye
got
drops. I think my eye drops is doing pretty
That's
good.
not- I'm not talking about the eye drops.
I don't want to smoke weed.
You don't have to smoke it. You can eat it. You can put it in oil.
Look at you.
You can.
I don't know. We'll see.
You
But
very
prayerfully,
educational
let's
Information out there.
Yeah.
hopefully that the eye drops are doing this
The
job.
eye drops have weed in it.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
want you to be thinking so negative of when you saw other people.
I
what you
said at
thought-
church.
what you
I
thought
said.
was marijuana.
But you
But you have to look at
Yeah.
other people that.
But
that-
how do you know? Okay,
Come
so
on,
let me tell you.
Looking
How
at
do
one
people
side of
know
the
that?
spectrum.
Yeah.
How do people know that what they're smoking is real weed? If you're not getting it from a doctor.
You can
They
taste
don't.
the difference in how you act.
No, but by the time you put it in your system, like the guy that said the
Chance you
demon
take.
told him to do it when he killed that
Or if
lady.
you grow it yourself.
He wasn't
Then that way you know.
something else.
He was on some.
Weed does not make you.
But my point is, he got it from the streets. So how do you know until you smoke it that it's real weed?
Smell it.
Well, real weed smokers, one, they'll tell you that you can smell the
Yeah,
difference
you can
in it.
smell the
And
difference.
two, if you plant it yourself,
It's coming from the ground.
I'm sorry we made you miss dinner.
those are my chips.
No, these are mine.
No,
I had a bag of chips.
those were his.
I had a bag of chips. Let's not argue about chips, but go ahead, because since I paid for them.
All
But
I'm
my
saying
money.
is-
Okay.
I'm saying is I mean, you already have your opinion. So
Right,
so
you can't.
I'm not gonna go against you.
Yeah, I just don't like the smell of it. I don't want to hug nobody.
It's a very strong smell.
Yeah, and it is. I think that somebody need to come out with some type of spray.
It is. It's a.
What it's
spray.
called?
Bug spray. You get it from the gas station. You spray it, and it.
So, do you
it
think
won't
people
smell
should be
away.
able to smoke because they legalized it? Do you think on your break, like people go out and smoke cigarettes, they should be able like, yeah? So, like 10 minutes almost
People do.
up.
People do.
But should it
People
be?
smoke before they go work?
But should they be able to do it and still go in there like a doctor? Or
It depends on that
Or
particular
bus driver.
person.
So you think a bus driver?
It depends on that. People can actually drive high.
no,
It
you know, you
depends on
sound
that
like a
particular-
drunk person that until they have an accident say, I drive. My cousin used to say that. You did. Say, she drive better when she drunk. I'm alright.
That's
No.
drunk.
Yeah, but no, I don't think that when you're on your job, you should not be allowed even to smoke cigarettes because, again, that smell.
I would say if you're allowed to smoke cigarettes, you should be allowed to smoke weed.
I don't even think you should
Now,
be able.
do I cigarettes? I personally am against it. But again, that's people have the right to do as they please. And so if you're on your
Right.
break, if you be able
No,
to smoke,
not on your break. You don't have the right to do because you're still on their time. You're coming back on their time.
there are
so
things
on
called
my
cigarette breaks.
Okay, so yeah, but I'm saying on my break, you saying they should have the right to do whatever they want on their
if you
break.
can, if you can smoke cigarettes on your break, you should be able to smoke
Smoke
weed.
So
on your
should I?
break.
Okay, so
No.
what about? Hold up. What about if the
Cigarettes and
doctor?
weed don't have the same effect.
So what about
Again,
the doctor
everything
gave
in
me
moderation.
Zantac? Okay, Zantac. What ain't that Zantac or what's that thing? That,
Xanax?
yeah, whatever it is. What's the thing the doctor gave you when you woke up? You took one.
Perks.
Okay, what is it?
Perks.
Okay, so should they be able to take that?
It's different. Perks will literally make you sleepy. if I'm
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
I'm not
Perks
wrong.
literally make you feel like you're out
They're
of
made.
space.
What's it?
The weed
Antidepressant?
don't.
No, it depends on.
Especially the weed they have out
We can have
now.
this conversation all day long.
Again, everything in
If I'm not
moderation.
high,
Because
nobody.
people can,
Oh yeah, we're gonna take a break because we'll never get ready. We'll never agree with this weed. But now you're not working on me.
What are you scared now?
Demi, Monroe, what I do, what I do. Do, 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 do. Hey, do, 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 do. Oh, what I do, what she do, what I do, what she do, what I do, 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 do. Oh, what I do, what she do, what I do, what she do, what I do, 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 do. I look cute.
I was gonna take him, but you later. Yeah. Why? You know I'm good for it. What you mean?
That's what I heard.
From who? Who's been talking?
Oh, I can't. How many people?
So that's a yes. I can take
No,
it. Girl, you're doing too much.
You not too
Like,
loud.
for real. Mom, come get your daughter. Move. Go ahead, Tadanya. Don't touch me.
Take this, my cup.
Let me take it.
No.
Why? I was gonna pay you later. Everybody come out. I can pay you
No,
later.
you can't.
Why?
Why you got t-shirt?
Tell me I can't do something.
I'm gonna tell you what you can't do with my stuff.
I can't.
Excuse me for a minute.
No.
Why? What happened?
I asked her, can I take the cup? And
That's
pay
not
her
me
later.
later. No.
Like,
Why not? What's wrong with that? Hey, I don't know. Where's that big chamber? What's the difference? Don't she
it's
pay
I
you?
gave it to you.
Girl,
Right.
you're the last one that should be talking. What are you talking about? But she's gonna pay you.
Right.
Did she pay you yet?
Yes, I paid you
You paid me
half.
half.
But I
What's
still
exactly
paid you
No. Go to the dollar store and ask them, can you pay them next week?
But you're not the
No.
doctor.
Go to the Chinese people when you get your hair done. I'm on both of y'all side, but I just come on, Nana, you ready?
Oh, the change or what?
Yeah, change to something else.
Oh, alright.
Put the cup back. Put it back.
Know me, by me. My role is the girl that you see. I don't play no games. Why she
Open it because I knew.
Yes, she opened it.
Because I knew you was right here. I'm giving you a piece.
Alright, watch out. Come, baby.
So, as we were saying,
Okay, go ahead. You good?
okay, as we were saying, we're gonna skip because we're not gonna agree on this weed, alcohol, drugs, or anything. You know,
We agree to disagree.
yeah. Just don't.
That's the same, but I think you can agree to disagree.
Who don't think it's the same? Is it? We agree to disagree. I think that's in your mind, people. You know how. So, what you want to talk about today?
Let
As
me
our
ask you
guest.
two questions. Okay.
So deep.
No,
You gotta sit up first.
A tight show.
yeah.
Stand up. Oh, you are standing.
What are y'all intake on our parenting towards y'all?
I don't think she wants to go on that topic.
If you do, just make sure you have a ride home.
You ain't had to put that out there, first of all. No, I'm definitely to be 100% respectful for y'all, my parents, and I'm also going to be 100% honest, because I feel like growing up, Mom, you were very, not strict, no, I didn't say strict, you were very over-caring.
How the hell could somebody be overcaring?
So,
Can you be overcaring?
I feel
How about
like-
overprotective?
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what you meant?
I mean,
That's what
that's like the same thing,
overprotective.
right?
No.
No? Okay, well,
Overcaring
sorry.
when somebody care for you a lot. I think everybody wants that.
Overprotective. You didn't really let us do as much, or you would like trip out over like the small things. That even when I like try to like explain to you, like this is my go-to person.
That's good. We talking about when you was
Right.
growing up, though. We ain't talking
I'm
about
saying
teenager
that
now.
was my go-to person, even growing up. Like you were just a little
Overprotective.
strict or.
Go ahead, Moochie. Go ahead.
I think first off, you two have done a great job parenting.
Hallelujah. So go ahead.
I do believe you two have done a great job parenting me and both my sisters. Especially in comparison to a lot of other parents, how they don't put a lot of care into how they raise their children. You see how their children turn out. You look at how all three of us turned out. Did pretty good. We're all very respectful, very considerate, smart people. In terms of what you said, Nay, Ma, I do believe at times you can be very overprotective. And I understand why, because you've been in police force, you've seen so much. So it's not like you.
That's why.
You do it, and I feel like she's doing it for no reason. No, I understand why, but
That's
I also
why.
understand that I think that with the way the world is set up today, if something bad is going to happen. Something bad is going to happen.
No,
Let finish.
Okay, go ahead.
If something bad is going to happen, whatever's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. I believe that when you go out into the world and take a risk every day, no matter what you do. And I'm not saying let me go out and say, hey, let me go hang out in the rough parts of Washington D.C. or Baltimore or something like that.
Damn. PG County got rough parts too, but go
ahead. Whatever. But I'm sorry, DC, sorry. But I think that there could have been times where you let me like hang with my friends or something like that, and I get could have been some bad areas. It was like, no, that area is a bad area. No, don't go. But I just think sometimes you have to, especially with even me more so growing up, you have to take off the hand.
I feel like you didn't have a lot of trust in us.
No, it wasn't the trust in y'all. It was the trust in the people that y'all were hanging with. Right. No. Yes, you were because Nene.
Who? Well, don't say that.
I had just put a perm in my hair.
I didn't even finish my point.
I had to leave from Boy to Wheaton.
I didn't finish my point.
She was I had to leave from Boy. Hold on, no, let's get on her. I wasn't finished. Hold on, let me remind her. I had just permed my hair. He was watching wrestling. I was watching Shark Tank. Go ahead. So you hold up, meditate on that. From Boy to Wheaton.
Go ahead.
I had just permed my hair. My hair thick.
Go ahead.
I couldn't even. Go ahead.
I also do think that of you two, the easiest to talk to is Dad. Simply because of his laid back personality.
Yeah. Somebody gotta be aggressive.
Yeah, I do think it's more good cop, bad cop more than anything.
But everything y'all tell him, just know. I don't know if he tell me everything, but he'll ask my opinion.
No.
Or he'll say, talk to Moochie, call Nene.
It's something that they have both told me that I've never told you.
That's good, because I probably would be mad.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's what I never told
you probably wouldn't be able to hang with
I can't, because...
You won't be understanding.
All right, go ahead. Finish.
As long as I know it's not going to harm them.
Okay. That's
I'm good with it.
I am very overprotective. It probably was because of the police department. I've seen, if you knew the things that I've seen that I still have in my head, and I know police officers out there, some things you just can't tell. I try to put y'all in, to keep y'all protected, especially you. I left my job because I didn't want you to go to daycare. I didn't want you around family members because of the fact that I've seen the influence that certain family members had on the girls. So I wasn't having.
How you turned out.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah, because I'm not letting my son be around. Y'all turned good, but I've never, thank you Jesus, had any problems with you. You'll never.
We had one problem.
Well, I didn't have that problem, but you did. But I've never even beat you. I've never really beat you. I hit you, but I didn't beat you in church.
You nearly you punched me in my
I punched you in your face because you had braces. You kept talking. That's not. I've never beat you.
You a damn child abuse.
Hit somebody in the face?
Hell no. When you raising a kid, ain't no doggone child abuse.
Hit somebody in the face?
You are their property.
People are not property.
Y'all are property.
You're not. People are.
Until you move out of my house.
But no, let's go back to you. So that's why I did it for you because I wanted you to be raised different. I didn't want you to turn out the statistics that most young black men. And I knew that there was an anointing on you. And so every time somebody see you from young to now, what do they say? You have a what on you? And they don't even have to know you. They don't even have to know you. There's something special. So I realized that at a very young age. So I left my job, making good money. Wasn't doing much work, but making good money. But so, yeah. But so now they had put me back on the street.
But I also think.
But I am overprotective of you because I think I've sheltered you to the point where you don't have street knowledge.
You don't.
You have no street knowledge at all.
None.
When I'm like, and you're not. So
you are
shout out to all you all
That's
out there. You need to, I guess be careful of who you have your kids around. We're going to talk about that incident when we come back.
You're the miracle, my street.
first, but the fam go after. They fill it up with love and laughter. Sunday morning, listening to the pastor. Mama gave look like you better not act up. When the fam slide through, better back up. Day one, real one. That's what loyalty when you come around here. One God, one fam, no fear. When you come to fam, you don't get to choose. God in the middle, so I cannot lose. Blood is blood, so you just make do. Can't nobody ever touch me in the crew. Party over here, man, we been had the juice. Family don't die, oh me, oh my. Sometimes suck up, I'm glad they all mine. Brag on them, cradle, the boys up. Glad that I'm lying, where I goes, where it's at. Round these parts, don't nobody walk alone. All play a part, ain't nobody on their own. Family is there, gotta put down the shop.
Okay, enjoy insight in the first family of style. We're not even gonna get to the style right now because we're gonna get into have more conversations with these two that's telling me how I was overprotective as they were growing up.
So for that incident, I didn't get caught. She got caught.
Okay, so let's talk about the incident. I trusted you because you said I was overprotective, but I trusted you to go
To the
to
mall.
hang out, gave you some money to hang out with a friend of yours. You
With
was
my
how
best
old at the
friend.
time?
You
14?
had money.
I was like, was I? No, I was a little older than 14.
15?
I was in, was I in
10th grade?
Yeah,
So
I
you
was
was
in like
15,
even like
16.
14. Like
So you
14th
knew
grade.
right from wrong.
So you were between 15 and 16. We're going to say it like that.
And you
Trusted
knew right from wrong.
Did I drop y'all off at the subway?
No,
And
we
you
were-
had money.
I think
She
you
was
did.
young.
I think I dropped y'all off at the subway, trusted you. I get a call, just perm my hair, and I told you when you get back over there, call me so I can come pick you up because I never wanted y'all to ride, you know,
At night.
bus at night or nothing like that. And I get a call from who?
The mall cop.
The mall cop. Which mall cop? Again, I'm perming my hair. Shark Tank, he watching wrestling. Mike at work.
Was it a Friday?
It was a Friday.
So you had made me miss
So
SmackDown?
I had to leave from, I had to take my hair out, hurry up and take the perm out, because they tell me that they had my daughter locked
You
up.
already had a perm in your
Yeah, just perm my hair. We're about to, I had perm in my hair. So they tell me you locked up for stealing. For stealing.
Say it like that.
No, so I'm
you
standing
laughing?
up there.
Yeah, don't keep
He
me
mad.
laughing.
He
You
cried.
laughing?
He cried because he
can't-
got to watch. He got to come in there. You know, he got to stop watching wrestling. I'm
SmackDown,
standing up there.
probably
So
Batista
tell me
and
what happened
Undertaker.
when I walked in. You tell me what happened.
Probably Edge and Rey
First
Mysterio.
of all, I'm in the back room with like handcuffs behind my back, and I hear like
I ain't handcuffs.
heels clacking. Where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? And all the time you knew the person.
Yeah, you know how embarrassing when you go inside somewhere and your daughter locked up and the person, hey, Twitter, how you doing?
It's not the time to say hi.
I'm like, where is that motherfucker? What would you be out there? I'm cussing. I'm going off now. I ain't lying. I'm going off. You had a pocket full of money. Why would you?
I ain't had that much money.
You
listen,
knew right from wrong.
Yeah.
You didn't
You
have
had
no
enough
money.
to cover
I
to
did,
So
what
and
you
that's
stole.
why I was overprotective. See, I let my guards down that time, and you want to be out here stealing. Then
And
you know
that's
what
all
she
it
tell me?
takes.
Y'all know what she told me?
Is that one time to lose our
I didn't
trust.
get caught. She got caught.
Because she did. Like, I didn't get caught.
So
Because,
why were you there?
what? Because they
If you didn't get
because
caught-
they seen me with her. They seen us walking, but they saw her stealing off the camera. But because they saw us walking out the door together,
Right.
they came out. Listen, we could have ran. I could have ran across the street to the
Did
service
you have
station.
anything on you
But
that
no,
you
but
didn't pay
listen,
for?
that's what I meant about the
Okay, but you got caught
influences
too then.
that people have on somebody. You were technically, you were technically a good girl, but you let that person that one time influence you. Okay, Mike, we're gonna do this thing the right way. Right, turn it up. You let that person that one
did.
time influence you
You ain't
to
gotta touch it.
steal.
I did.
And that's what I mean about why I was overprotective. Now I let my guard down with her because I thought she was a good
But
girl.
she was. She was a straight A student. She was very smart. I met her in 7th
And
grade.
a thief.
Yeah, she
young.
was.
Yeah, but it's no. That's stealing. I always used to tell y'all that's stealing, lying. No, that never flied with me. Like I didn't like that. So that's why I was mad at you, and that's why I probably became even more overprotective. But
Especially
we
the
clashed
high school.
because why would you be out there stealing? Then I knew the person. Be careful who you
didn't
let
know
your
that.
kids hang around. That's what I mean about influencers. So that's why I'm more protective with you because you're a guy. Like you would have got it real bad. They probably would have jacked you up and did everything.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Your two sisters made it very, very bad for you.
Yeah, that's why I'm protected
Very
because
bad.
I wasn't that kind
Well,
of
Nook made that
kid
for me,
anyways.
so.
Huh?
I wasn't that kind.
you wasn't that type of guy. Yeah, but I understand the big one, the little one gonna do with the big one, and it falls
she was
down.
like way worse.
Yeah, but and I understand that. But my point is, my kids were raised to know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all let somebody influence you, and I'm not saying I was perfect growing up. I know a lot of times she be like, "Mom, you act like you was so perfect, like you ain't never done anything." No, I did dirt. I ain't never steal. I can tell you that now. But that's the part of being a parent. A good parent, you're going to protect your child. You're going to tell them right from wrong. You're going to be there for them. You know? So, again, I thank you all for joining in.
2 minutes.
And I'm just letting them know. I thank them. Don't judge us. Goodness. Go on, let you have the last word.
I don't steal no more. I've been delivered.
Or shot. Or
Just
shot.
that from weed.
And we just, no, it's true that. It's just that times now are different from what it was back then when we was doing our dirt.
Very true.
See, we can get away with a whole lot of stuff
I ain't never steal
back then that y'all can't get away with now.
But that don't mean it made it right. Just
Laws have changed,
Yeah,
police have changed.
Yeah, Mike, and just
Absolutely.
because you got away with it don't make it right, but I was
I
never
never said it was right.
I didn't never steal though.
I never said it was right, but anyway, thank you for tuning in to the First Family of Style. This is our first episode. Hopefully you see us again next week.
Hopefully, you will, Lord willing. Hopefully you all come back. That's what you
Yeah,
say.
that's what I'm saying.
All right, last words.
Follow me on social media. I am Project MC.
Who have a birthday coming up?
For sure.
Oh,
Virgo gang.
Next
that's
Sunday,
right.
and you
Virgo
got a
gang.
show next Saturday.
Show
Plug.
September 14th, Joe's Movement Emporium, 7 to 9 p.m. Tickets are in my bio. It is the album concert, Rare Energy album, all over Spotify, Tidal, iTunes, all that.
How they find
Come
you?
out and see the album. I said it. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, everywhere else, at I am Project MC. Go get the album. Go get your tickets. It's going to be a fun thing. Fun little team.
Family thing.
So
Always support.
excited.
So excited. When you see one, you usually see all, because we are the
Family.
First Family of Style.
She don't even know
The
who we are.
DMV First Family of Style.
DMV First Family of
Not
Style.
even here.
Same thing.
Thank y'all.
Peace.
Love y'all.